man. Yeah, man. I had to do a video cut. I know y'all can't read. But y'all stop busting about these maggots, man, with that good bottom, man. Yeah, man. Cause you get caught up and go down the road. She ain't gonna do nothing but let a nigga bust in her. That
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into the video, please make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at hookahAnonymous_. Alright, we're able to be a little more explicit on there. We're able to be a little more uncensored and talk freely without running the risk of having our channel terminated. So make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at hookahAnonymous_. Alright, now let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, new details have emerged when it came to the Trouble situation. You know, unfortunately, Trouble, Atlanta rapper, was killed. And once again, day in, day out, new details are emerging, and some things just aren't making sense. I'ma keep saying the fact that, you know, we all thought that he was dating or, you know, going out with Nicole Mormon, who is the lawyer chick who also represents Lil Durk in the case that he has with King Von, Bezu, and hella bands, right? So that's one thing. And the next thing is the fact that they said first he was shot in the car, then they said they responded to the scene where he was on the ground, pronounced dead on the scene. And then now the last one is the fact that they're saying that he was actually asleep in the bed with this young lady when this man came into the home and started an altercation, ended up shooting him in his chest one time and then leaving. So I want to pick apart a few things first before we get into this, right? The first thing we're going to do is talk about the court documents that was released after Jamichael Jones, who is the suspect, was actually arraigned, right? So it says here, right? It says upon arrival, and she stated that she and Mr. Mario Orr, who were asleep in her bed, in her bedroom, she stated that she woke up to her ex-boyfriend, Mr. Jamichael Jones, punching her in the face. They blacked her name out, stated that Mr. Jones then began fighting with Mr. Mario Orr, who was Trouble. And she stated that she began to help Mr. Orr when Mr. Jones pulled out a handgun and shot Mr. Orr and left the scene, right? It says she stated that she and Mr. Jones broke up because approximately a week ago, she and Mr. Jones were in her vehicle somewhere in Clayton County, Georgia. She explained that she and Mr. Jones were arguing with each other about him not having a job and not helping her pay the bills. And she stated that Mr. Jones punched her in the nose. She stated that she then called 911, and when she called 911, Mr. Jones got out of the vehicle and fled the scene. She stated that she did not stay to file a police report because Mr. Jones fled the scene. She stated that she had not seen Mr. Jones since that incident and that he had not been back home since the incident, right? It says she stated that she and Mr. Jones had been dating for 3 years. She stated that she and Mr. Jones lived there together at this residence. So, first and foremost, number one, she said that she woke up to him punching her in the face. But in other reports, it says that she didn't have no injuries at all. It was just Trouble that was shot in the chest. Let me tell you right now. If somebody punch you in the face, especially while you're sleeping, repeatedly, and you have no injuries, something's not adding up. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Something is not adding up. Another thing that's not adding up to me, right? If you know that this man, because they said that they were living there in that residence, right? So that means that's pretty much his home too. It wasn't like a home invasion like how they try to make it seem. It's not a home invasion if she stated in the reports that he lived there as well. We don't know if his name is on that lease or whatever the case may be. So 9 times out of 10, if his name is in fact on a lease, then it's not considered home invasion like they try to describe it. Then in other reports, you see her saying that, you know, he couldn't pay the bills. They're trying to switch the narrative. You told by he can't pay the bills, whatever the case may be, right? My thing is this: if you know that you and this man just broke up, why have somebody else sleep in your bed when you don't know if that man is coming or not? You see what I'm saying? It just happened a week ago. That's still fresh. That's still new. But another thing that gets me too: who's breaking into somebody's house at 3 o'clock in the morning? It's just not adding up. It's not making sense, right? And the lady name is Rissa Royce, who allegedly was the mistress that Trouble was with. Now, we're going to keep everything alleged because, you know, disclaimers for entertainment purposes only and all that, right? But the alleged female that everyone's saying her name is Rissa Royce. On Instagram, her name is I am Rissa Royce. And ironically, I find it funny how she pretty much made her page private after all this went down, because it used to be public, but she made it private. You know, so to be honest with you, I think she needs to be questioned. Some things are just not adding up. It's not making sense. We don't know, maybe he have been lured, you know, into the place. They say she's an aspiring rapper as well. This, like, I don't know, it's just not making sense to me, man. I think she should be questioned. I'm not saying she had any involvement. We don't know. I'm just saying that the stories that we're getting is not making sense at all. You know, and word of advice for the guys out there, man, please. It's not worth killing over a woman. I'm not saying no woman is worth it. However, what I am saying, it's plenty of fish in the sea. Plenty of fish in the sea, man. If she don't want you or you find her cheating, move on. You ain't got to kill nobody, because now look, she's going to be out doing whatever she wants to do while this other man is gone. And then now you are spending potentially the rest of your life in jail for what? But once again, like I said, it's not making sense to me, man. I can't see anybody trying to do a home invasion or trying to break in the house. How did he know to do that at that time? Who do you know is breaking in or doing any or trying to cause any commotion at 3 o'clock in the morning? Why? Out of all times, out of all the time in the day, he picked 3:30 in the morning to go over there and do whatever he wanted to do after a week of them not speaking to each other. You know, not to mention they saying that surveillance caught him coming into the apartment complex at 3:14 a.m. and he left at 3:21 a.m. which means that was 7 minutes he had to break into the apartment. You know, after breaking into the apartment, punching her in her face, waking her up, wrestling with Trouble, you know, after he woke up, and then shot him in the chest and then left. And as I'm reading these reports, I see a lot of these reports keep saying that Jermichael Jones, you know, the boyfriend, they're saying that he broke in. He did not break in when the lady clearly stated, right, that they lived together. 9 times out of 10, he had a key still. He still had a key. So he did not break in. That was this man's house as well. Like I said, I don't know if his name was on the lease. That's a little further down the line. But if he lived there and she admitted that he lived there as well, 9 times out of 10, he had a key. So it wasn't a home invasion, none of that, like they try to explain it. That man walked into the house. No breaking and entering, no forceful entry, no none of that. He walked into that house. You know, and like I said, the only gripe I have with her is if you know that you pretty much still in a relationship, y'all just going through whatever y'all was going through. Because she didn't file no complaint when she claimed that they broke up because he punched her in the face. She didn't file no complaint, so it couldn't have been that serious, right? However, you know that you still dealing with someone. Why do you have somebody sleeping in your bed knowing that it could potentially go south, knowing that this man can and might pull up at any given time? Like I said, man, it's a lot. I can't wait until more details come out. I'm pretty sure more details are going to come out. As of the ones that they gave us so far, the information that they gave us, it does not make sense. It's not adding up. But like I said, maybe it's too early. But down to the stories that we got from day one, from him being into the car, to him being on the ground, to now him being asleep in the house. It's 3 different stories. All right, so Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this in the comments. You know, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. And I'm out.